This is question number 15 on the June 2014 non-calculator paper. The question starts off by saying complete the table of values for, and they've given us this x squared minus 2x minus 1. So I need to make sure I actually am able to complete this table for this set of values. I'm going to use my pencil as I work out some of these values around the table, and what I'm going to do initially is just substitution, right? I'm going to replace x in this equation with 4 to work out this value. I'm going to replace x in this equation with 3 to work out this value here, and I'm going to do the same for those two. So if I start off, always start off from the positive end, right? So I'm going to do 4 squared, take away 2 times 4, and then take away 1. 4 squared is 16. 16, 2 times 4 is 8. And then take away 1. And if you do that math, 16 take away 8 is 8. 8 take away 1 is 7. So that value there should be 7. Okay? Make sure you take your time, you understand it, and you show the workings as we go through. I'm going to do this one now. X squared, so 3 squared. Take away 2 times x, take away 2 times x, and x is 3, and then just take away 1. Okay, so working that out, 3 squared is 9, 2 times 3 is 6, and then take away 1. And I need to do that maths. 9 take away 6 is 3, 3 take away 1 is 2. Okay, so that gets me that value there. Now I'm going to put 0 into the equation. So 0 squared, take away 2 times 0, and then take away 1. 0 squared is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and then I have take away 1. That works out to be minus 1. And then finally, this is one of the most difficult ones, minus 1. Okay, use brackets throughout this. So minus 1 squared, minus 1 squared. Take away 2 times minus 1, minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 squared is 1. Minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2, and minus 1. Okay, so take your time. Minus 1 squared, minus times a minus is a plus. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus times a minus is a plus. 2 times 1 is 2. And then I still have that minus 1 at the end. So 1 add 2 is 3. 3 take away 1 is 2. Okay, so there is my table of values. There are 2 marks going for that. Make sure you understand it completely. Make sure you are able to plot the values in the next section. So we'll look at that now. Okay, so here's the next section. If I zoom out, right, we can see the table of values as well. Okay, so mark the points with a clear cross. Looking at the first one, 4, 7, 4, and I need to go up to 7. So I'm just going to use this as a guideline and then go up to 4. That's that point there, and I'm going to put a clear cross there. And then 3, 2, when x is 3, y is 2. When x is 3, y is 2, that's over there, and put a clear cross there. When x is 2, y is minus 1. When x is 2, y is minus 1. When x is 1, y is minus 2. When x is 0, y is minus 1. When x is minus 1, y is 2. And when x is 2, minus 2, y is 7. So I put all the crosses there, and you could see that it does form a U shape. Make sure you join these up with a curve. Okay, make sure you join these up with a curve. That is really important. I usually turn my paper around and almost use the sweep of my hand to draw a curve going through all the points, right? Try to make sure that you don't leave a point at the bottom. It needs to be a clear curve. So to go to there and then around there. Doesn't have to be a work of art, but please do not join them up with straight lines. Okay, there is your curve. Make sure you could do it. It's an easy 2 marks, right? Make sure you get all the marks for that. Then part C asks you to do this question. Solve x squared minus 2x minus 1, which is the equation and the graph we just drew, equals x plus 3. So I need to draw this line x plus 3. Okay? Now, there's several ways we could do this. A lot of you, when you're drawing lines, right, you actually are quite good at doing them with a table. So the line we're going to draw is y is equal to x plus 3. I'm going to do a little table here. I have my x values, my y values. From my graph, right, I have these numbers. They go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. And this is the line that I'm going to draw, x plus 3. So all of these values, whatever x is, I'm going to add to make 3. So that's going to be 4 add 3 is 7, 3 add 3 is 6, 2 add 3 is 5. This is going to be 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and plot these values on my graph. So when x is 4, it's going to go to 7. When x is 3, it's going to go to 6. When x is 2, it's going to go to 5. When x is 1, it's going to go to 4. X is 0, that's going to be 3. When x is minus 1, that'll be 2. And when x is minus 2, that's going to give me 1. So I'm going to draw my line. And to solve the equation, to answer the question, I'm interested in where they meet. So they meet at these 2 points. X is minus 1, and they meet at this point here where x is 4. Okay, I don't need to draw those arrows. I've just done that for your benefit so you can see that they meet at those 2 values. We want to solve which value of x makes this work. So the answer is going to be 2 answers. X is equal to 7 and x is equal to minus 1. Actually, it's not 7. X is equal to 4. 4 and minus 1. Okay, be careful with this. Right, it's easy to make careless errors, but make sure you actually are able to do it. Do understand what they mean as they ask you to solve this question. You should be able to plot the graph, complete the table, and get all 6 marks in this question.